Welcome to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling something pretty huge. The Springboks' latest team announcement. It's for that massive clash against the Wallabies. Our mission, well, it's simple, really. We want to unpack the key calls, find those interesting little facts, and figure out what it all means for the match. Basically, give you the inside track, so you know not just what, but why. And hey, speaking of staying informed, make sure you hit subscribe on Rugby Obsession. You really don't want to miss these deep dives. Okay, let's get straight into it, because the biggest news, wow, it's got everyone talking. A decision from Rassie Erasmus that's, well, genuinely historic for the captain.
Yeah, absolutely. The headline that just leaps out is Siya Kolisi. He's been named to start at number 8. And that's for the first time ever in his Test career.
Wow, first time.
Exactly. It's not just moving someone around. This feels like a big strategic play. And Rassie explained it, didn't he? He said, let me get the quote right, "We've been experimenting with player combinations during the Castle Lager incoming series and at our conditioning camp, and we believe this team will allow us to play the type of rugby we want to play against Australia."
That's quite a statement, isn't it? Taking your captain, this global icon everyone knows, as a flanker, and putting him at 8, especially for a Rugby Championship opener. It makes you think, what kind of rugby does he mean? What's your read on this for Kolisi himself? Is it about, like, a new side to his game or freeing up others?
It's probably a bit of both, I think. Look, Kolisi, we know him as this relentless open side, right? Incredible work rate, brilliant at the breakdown, leads from the front. Moving him to 8, well, it suggests Erasmus wants that power, that experience, carrying right off the back of the scrum.
A direct threat from the face.
Yeah, exactly. A real platform builder.
Yeah.
But, it also affects the guys around him. With Kolisi at 8, it maybe lets Pieter-Steph du Toit and Marco van Staden, the flankers, now just focus purely on, well, hitting rucks and making tackles everywhere.
Unleashes them a bit more.
Potentially, yeah. More freedom, maybe less responsibility for those first couple of carries off this run. It's a gamble, sure, but you can see the logic. Boosting power, keeping leadership central.
It sounds like it's designed to get the best out of the whole back row unit, not just him. Really makes you wonder, though. What do you think? Kolisi at number 8, genius move.
Yeah.
Bit risky for such a big game. Let us know what you reckon. Okay, so that's the big shakeup in the forwards. What about the back line? Those key decision makers, scrum half, fly half. Because that's where the game plan really comes to life, isn't it?
Totally. And if you look at who they've picked, it definitely signals something. Some pretty big calls at 9 and 10. Manny Leboeuf gets a start at fly half. He's been in great form, offers that bit of X factor.
Yeah, he can certainly play.
And alongside him, Grant Williams at scrum half. That's pace. Serious pace.
So a 9-10 combo built for speed and maybe a bit more creativity.
Seems like it. It's a bit different for the Boks, perhaps favoring attack a little more. Leboeuf's got that passing game, the vision, that long boot too. It's exciting. Maybe not quite as conservative as some previous pairings.
Interesting. So speed and flair over maybe, say, Pollard's control. What about the backup plan there? Depth is key.
Good point. Cobus Reinach is on the bench at scrum half. So Williams brings the raw pace. Reinach offers, well, he's also incredibly quick, but maybe more experienced in spotting those gaps, running those support lines. A different kind of threat later on.
Right. Good option to have.
Yeah, and his experience is vital. But, injuries have forced their hand a bit too, haven't they? Especially in the centers. Damien de Allende and Cheslin Colby are both out, just niggling injuries, apparently.
Oh, it's tough. 2 massive players.
Huge losses. And that means Andre Esterhausen comes in alongside Jesse Creel in midfield.
Okay. Delande's defensive power, Colby's magic. That's a lot to replace. What do Esterhausen and Creel bring instead? What's that center pairing look like?
Well, losing those two, it's never good, obviously. But Esterhausen and Creel, they offer something different, but still very, very strong. Esterhausen is he's a powerhouse, isn't he? Gets you over the gain line. Solid defense.
The definition of direct.
Pretty much. And Creel, he's got speed, reads the game well defensively, good organizer out there. So together, it's a really robust physical center pairing, built to stop attacks and give you that go forward. Maybe not Colby's flair, like you said, but tons of physicality and defensive steel. Crucial against the Wallabies.
That's like a very solid combination.
Yeah.
Power and structure. And what about the rest of the forwards? We talked Kolisi, but the guys around him are vital too.
Oh, absolutely. This pack is built for business. You've got Kolisi at 8, flanked by du Toit and van Staden. Du Toit. Well, what can you say? Engine, line-out threat, just tackles everything. Van Staden is brilliant over the ball, that low tackling style. They complement each other well.
A proper breakdown threat there.
Definitely. And in the second row, the engine room, Lou Dieger and Eben Etzebeth, that's just immense physical presence, line-out dominance, power in the tight.
Yeah, no arguments there.
And then the front row, Wilco Lou, Malcolm Marks, Oxnench, scrum, power, breakdown work from Marks. It's a pack designed to, well, dominate the set piece and make life difficult for the opposition.
It's a serious pack. Mix of world-class experience and these interesting new combinations like at halfback. Are these the right calls, do you think? The right mix to start the Rugby Championship? We'd love to hear your thoughts on these selections. So we've got the team. What does it all mean for this specific challenge? Facing the Wallabies at Ellis Park. That's never easy, regardless of form.
No, and Erasmus is certainly not underestimating them. He was quite clear, wasn't he? He said, the Wallabies will be determined to change their win record against us in the last 3 seasons, and that they'll come out guns blazing.
You expect that intensity, don't you?
Yeah. Absolutely. And what's interesting is Rassie acknowledged their recent performances. He mentioned they showed that they are on the right trajectory in their last 2 matches against the British and Irish Lions, called them physical and well-coached. And here's the kicker.
Go on.
Their motivation. To win their first match ever at Ellis Park. That's a huge, huge goal for any Australian team. So yeah, expect fireworks.
Wow. First ever win at Ellis Park on the line. That definitely adds spice. So how have the Boks prepared for that kind of onslaught?
Well, they haven't just been sitting around. They've apparently been working hard to keep building on our game and improve. And that included that 2-week conditioning camp, which you'd think is vital, especially for playing at altitude.
Getting the lungs ready for the high veld.
Exactly. Fine-tuning those combinations, getting the tactics nailed down, especially with the new selections. They'll need to be ready for that Wallaby intensity right from the whistle. And connecting that to the game plan, look at the bench. They've gone for that traditional 5-3 split. 5 forwards, 3 backs.
The classic Springbok approach. Often.
It is, and it says a lot, doesn't it? It signals they want to maintain forward dominance for the full 80 minutes. You've got guys like Bongi and Bonambi coming on, Franco Mostert who can cover lock and flank, Quagga Smith for that breakdown speed.
Fresh legs, fresh power.
Yeah, ensuring there's no let up in the scrum, the line out, the physicality. It's about grinding the opposition down in that last 20 or 30 minutes.
That 5-3 split certainly points towards wanting to win the forward battle late on. What about the backline reserves? Who's providing the spark there?
Well, you've got Raynoch, the scrum half we mentioned, pace, opportunism, then Kane and Moody. Real X factor. Brilliant in the air, can cover wing or even center maybe.
Versatile.
Very. And Damien and Willemse, the ultimate utility player, isn't he? Covers fly half, fullback, center, calm head, good kicking game. So the bench offers that forward power, but also options to change things up in the backs if needed. Real impact across the board.
Sounds like a well-balanced bench, designed to finish strong. It's all geared towards defending that title. And remember, if you want all the analysis, all the insights, you need to be subscribed to Rugby Obsession. We bring you these deep dives all the time. Right, let's quickly cover the practical stuff. Match details. When and where is this happening?
Okay, essentials. It's Saturday, August 16th. The venue is, of course, the famous Emirates Airline Park in Johannesburg. High veld rugby.
Always a factor.
Always. Kickoff is 17.7 local time, so for listeners elsewhere, that's 16.10 British summertime, 15.10 GMT. And playing at Ellis Park, well, that's a huge advantage for the Boks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Altitude, that crowd, it really is like having an extra player sometimes.
Definitely a fortress for them.
Yeah.
And who's got the whistle? The refs are always crucial.
Yeah, the man in the middle is Ben O'Keefe from New Zealand, experienced ref. Tends to let the game flow, but he's pretty hot on the breakdown, which will be massive in this game.
Key battleground.
For sure. His assistants are James Dolman, also from NZR, and Gianluca Gnecchi from Italy. And the TMO is Toul Trenini from France. So a top international team looking after things. And just putting this game in context, it's the start of the Rugby Championship defense. The World Rugby rankings have the Springboks and All Blacks lead the way ahead of the Rugby Championship.
So pressure's on from the start.
Exactly. Yeah. This match sets the tone. A win here builds crucial momentum for defending that title. It's more than just one game. It's the first step.
It really feels like a massive start to the tournament. Kolisi at 8, Libble and Williams at half-back, that powerful bench. What are your predictions? Will these goal calls pay off for the Boks? Or can the Wallabies finally break their dirk at Ellis Park? Get your predictions in the comments. And just to leave you with something to chew on, think about Kolisi at number 8 long-term. What does that mean strategically? For this campaign, yes, but maybe beyond. Could this be a permanent shift, unlocking something new, or just a clever tactic for this specific challenge?
Right, so that just about wraps up our deep dive into this exciting Springboks squad. Thank you so much for tuning into the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive. We'll look forward to you listening to our next episode. And one last time, don't forget to subscribe to Rugby Obsession so you catch every single deep dive.